Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Raven Maureen, and today I want to share with you some things that I bought during a recent fabric haul. I'm really excited because I have officially gotten my sojo back, and I've been working on some things, although it is slower than what you guys are probably used to. I'm really proud of the progress that I've made, and I am more intentional about doing smaller projects between the big projects, and I just feel revitalized in a lot of ways. And I have you guys to thank for that too, because you guys were so supportive of me when I was really transparent about what was going on with my sewing journey and how I felt, especially in the last part of the year, in 2025 and going into this year. So I love you guys. I am a big love bug today, really the entire month of February. So I really appreciate all of the love and support that you guys shared with me while I got my sojo back. And now that it's back, I'm ready to share some really cool things that I bought. As always, I have ideas, but plans change. Seasons change a lot around here. But all in all, I definitely plan to use a lot of this fabric. So I'm going to jump right in. I got 6 yards of this art gallery lemon fabric. Not only is lemon, or really fruit in general, like back in like a really big way, but this would be a repeat for me. You guys, I bought this fabric when, if you guys remember when fabric.com still existed, this was pre-COVID. I bought the fabric, the pandemic hit, and then I made like this Laura Ashley dress. And it was kind of like a Franken pattern because the top part was a simplicity pattern that is now out of print. That's how old this is. And I made the tiers just off of like some measurements, right? But I bought 6 yards of this because I'm thinking, go with me here, go with me here. I'm thinking I want to do a quilted jacket like this and do like, not necessarily the squares, but just more so of having the batting and having the quilting lines and whatnot. And there is a McCall's pattern that I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So this is McCall's 8560, and I was looking at view B specifically. I don't know if I want to do like the ribbed cuffs there, but I like view B. I was kind of going for like a saison thing, and I know that like quilted jackets might be phasing out of fashion, but I really like this. Now, looking at the instructions and looking at the amount of fabric that I would need for this, it said 6 yards. And looking at the instructions, I see why it says 6 yards, but also I'm really hoping that it's not going to take 6 yards. So we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous about this because usually by March, like, we're not wearing jackets anymore around here, but I still want to make this because I feel like it would kind of be like a heritage piece, an heirloom piece, something that I don't necessarily have to wear right away, but something that I'll have in my closet that I'll probably really like a lot and will stand the test of time or circle back through fashion some kind of way. So again, I'm kind of nervous that I won't be able to wear this year, but I am very excited for this project. Okay, next thing, I need you guys to just follow me here. I picked up, this is 4 yards of, this is like a 4-way stretch jersey fabric. I thought it was going to be a little bit more drapier. This feels like a t-shirt fabric. Mind you, this is what I get for buying fabric online, but in this day and age, in the year of our Lord 2026, you got to do what you got to do, right? So I was kind of shocked at first by like, oh, this feels more casual than I thought it was. This is definitely more t-shirt fabric than I thought it would be, like just a 4-way jersey knit. I say all that to say, like, my plans for this might change because when I thought it was drapier, I wanted to use it for a DVF wrap dress and make it like short and flirty and still have like the cuffs and the collar and whatnot, but I wanted it to be shorter. Now that I have my hands on this fabric, I don't know if that's going to be the way to go, but I may still do it. Ever since I made my first DVF dress, I have been wanting to circle back to this pattern in more ways than one. I've wanted to make a few. I've wanted to make one that's flirtier and shorter for a while now. And I thought this was going to be the way to it. It may still be, you never know. But it's showing up pretty accurate on camera. This is like, I was going for like a very like neon yellow. That was totally the intent. It was not so, I am not going for like high res or high vis, what's it called, high vis construction worker outfit. I'm not, that's not the vibe. And I don't think you guys are getting that vibe from this. I hope not. But it's kind of like, what is the worst thing that someone could say about this fabric? And it is very high vis. It is. But I hope you guys see the vision. But anyway, so if I did make this into the Vogue dress, it would be Vogue 2000. And hopefully I can get to do that and just kind of see where it takes me and still make it flirty and make it cute for the summer. So yeah. All right, next up, I'm super excited about this one too. This is a poplin. I love this rosy pop art looking rose print. When I saw it, I was like, oh, we can do like a big voluminous like bubble skirt or like a big wide skirt with gathers and layers, and that's just immediately where my mind went to. This also reminds me of the fabric just a teensy bit of the new Vogue dress that has the big rose on it, the Vogue pattern. I don't think I would make this from this just because I don't have enough of this fabric. I bought like 4 yards of this. And so I say all that to say that I would love to make like a really, really beautiful, either like a super feminine girly dress. I'm leaning like towards like a butterick dress possibly. Or like a very full and beautiful skirt. But I am obsessed with the flowers on this. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I would have loved to come up with like a nice idea before Valentine's Day for this, but I didn't come up with one. So, but the flowers, I feel like you can definitely do something into spring, into Mother's Day. This is definitely like spring and summer vibes. It doesn't stop at Valentine's Day for me with this, and I love it. And she's showing up even more beautiful on camera. So I hope you guys are really catching how just magical and beautiful this is. The next thing I bought is still in plastic, and you're gonna see why in a second. Whew. All right, so this is 15 yards of linen fabric, and I have kept it in plastic. I did kind of poke my finger in there up there and like feel around and touch the fabric and stuff like that to make sure that it was what I wanted it to be. But I also am leaving it in fabric because it's white and I don't want anything to happen to it. But I bought 15 yards of this, and this is 55 yards? Yes, it is 55 yards of Ivory, linen and rayon blend. And I have to be honest with y'all, I bought this because every time the summer comes around, I mean every time, I am like, ooh, I could use a white shirt. Ooh, I could use a white dress. Oh, what about white pants? And then I look around and I don't have any sort of white fabric for this great big white fabric idea that I have. And so then I just end up scrapping the idea and then picking something else, which isn't bad, but I just kind of want my white fabric to be ready to go. I don't think that's too much to ask, right? Plus, I feel like 15 yards, like if I broke it up and I made 5 projects, each being 3 yards a piece, that could be, you know, a mixture of skirts and what's it called, dresses and pants and a top. Then it's like I would have had like a capsule collection. I'm not saying I'm going there, but it has rolled around in my head a little bit. So, you know, I just bought it because I feel like I'm always looking around for white fabric, and linen white fabric in the summer is perfect. Um, I also thought about if I really wanted to, again, not in cement, not in concrete plans or anything like that, but I was like, if I wanted to, I could dye some fabric if I wanted to. But again, all of them are just ideas floating around. I mainly bought this because I just never have any white fabric when I want to make something out of white fabric. So I'm super excited to get into this when I can. When I felt the texture felt very, very good. As far as a linen, it's not a structured linen at all. It's probably like a slubby or relaxed linen, or kind of like a laundered or a sun washed linen, which is great for, again, those relaxed pants. Not necessarily the best, like if you want to do a blazer or something. That's not the idea here, though. That's not the intent. But definitely like a button up, pants for sure, shorts, um, heck, even like a little like PJ lounge set situation. Anything is possible. So that's what I got this for. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they have other colors you can buy this in. But and then they also had a poplin one, but when I was reading the description for the poplin one, it was not reading like it was cotton poplin. It kept saying polyester poplin, and I don't know if I've actually encountered that in my sewing travels, so I opted for the linen rayon blend because I know how this would react. I know how it would respond as far as a project. So yeah, you guys need to check it out. All right, you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.